Last week we announced Orion packs and D16 Megatron. We talked about the abilities and how they were very similar to Optimus Prime. I did say at the time that this could change. Playtest kind of liked it, and I was a bit shocked. I was like, I'm not a fan at all. I sort of hit a couple of more closer playtest buddies and sort of said like, you really like this? Like really? Like, and I think all two or three of them were like, not really, no, to be fair. But I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe playtest is indifferent, and I don't know. But I wasn't too impressed with it anyway. I was like, it's too much like Optimus Prime, too much like Howl and Vamp. It's old content again, being recycled, not doing a Prime. I know Orion Pax is not a Prime, so to speak, maybe he is, but, doing a Prime justice, and we should be a bit more inventive in this. So, they have a chat with a lot of top players in it, Unicron chat. And apparently there was a lot of pushback from the Unicron chat saying that they didn't like the ability as well. They weren't impressed with it. But from what I can gather, there were some ideas being thrown around in there. And there was one idea that was talked about and thrown into playtest that I actually am not quite on board with. And I don't mind. And some people were still sort of talk about the rushing thing. And I think we need to get rid of that rushing thing completely. Change the ability, start again. But there isn't much time. So if they are going to do it, they need to make a decision now. They need to decide instantly this is what they're going to do. Now, there's two things happening behind the scenes. Jesse has apparently made some changes to it, and the apes feel like we will be happy with that. That's all I know right now. We'll probably get the bot, obviously, tomorrow, I think, to test over the weekend, but that's all I know. That's all I've been told. But the other idea behind the ability that's getting thrown about is the idea that Orion Pax will be whatever bot in the game. It would be Orion Pax, that makes sense, it'd be himself. But then you would use the Matrix and become an Optimus Prime, become a Prime. And I thought that's pretty cool. And I don't think they got the tech for it, but I thought, how cool would it be to have these Transformers that are in lore where you could, not like a G1 core, not like a core, but you would have the bot and you would activate something. Maybe it's for a time frame or something. Maybe it's for the entire level of the battle. Maybe it costs you ability points. In some way, it costs you something to activate it. And the bot changes. And you could bring out an Optimus Prime that becomes Power Optimus Prime. You could bring out, obviously, like Orion Pax becoming Optimus. There's plenty of bots in history. I'm trying to think of all the top of my head where they were, reincarnated in some way to become better in whatever way that was. I'm sure there's plenty of people in the chat that can sort of name some other instances of bots like that where they've got one variation and another variation where they were improved in some way to make them more powerful. And I thought that'd be a really cool concept. Now, I don't think for 1 minute they've got the tech to do that this time round, but to change the bot from Orion Pax to Optimus would be pretty cool. But then I start to worry a bit on what happens if you had two Optimus Primes. I would not like Orion Pax to change to Optimus and become Optimus with the rushing ability. Optimus Prime has been done. Let's keep Optimus Prime as he is. Let Orion Pax change into Optimus Prime, but that to be a different kind of model in some way. If they did that, I think, to differentiate and give him whole fresh new abilities. But do we have it where Orion Pax changes to Optimus Prime and all of a sudden it goes from being a ranged gunner, say, to being a more of a tanky bot, like more of a special bot? You'd have to stay ranged to keep the same combats, but I mean like more of a special bot in terms of like more HP, less damage, a bit more tanky maybe. Should you be able to switch between the two even? I don't know. Maybe that's the ability to sort of transform in a way. I know you can use the ability to transform and transform back again, but maybe you could transform permanently into something in some way. I don't know. I just think that it brings, again, a fresh outlook, some fresh ideas. It's something different, and that's what intrigued me. This is what sort of starts getting people thinking and going, oh, well, this would be pretty cool, and that would be pretty cool, and would this work? Oh, we could do this. And that's how we sort of progress in the game with new metas and new bots and people chasing new content. I've always said that, I think most people have said that they will chase new content if it's worthwhile. And I was very negative about Orion packs last week. I'm a bit more positive this week. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they can do. I just hope that they really live up to expectations because they've set a high bar now. Yes, it was a bit pie in the sky from the Unicron chat, but I hope they actually listen to that feedback. And if not even for Orion packs, if they go, listen, we heard your feedback, we like the idea, and we're going to look into it. And then 9 months down the line, this comes into the game. I'm quite happy. I understand Rome wasn't built in a day. I understand things will take time to produce. But I think that behind the scenes, we don't know exactly what is happening and what they're working on and what is coming. And everyone's very skeptical because we've had a lot of poor releases. And so as soon as Spaceape, we're working on this, people go, it's probably going to be rubbish. So I think they need to sort of shut the haters up, including myself, and bring out some really good content. And I would love nothing more than to sit here and go, you know what, Spaceape have turned the corner. I'm sold. I'm not. Have I done endurance? Yeah, I have. I've done brawn. To be fair, yeah, I've done a few endurance. Thinking about it now, I've not done endurance for a long time. I think since brawn. I would like to do an endurance again, but I want some decent content to do that. And I'm hoping now we'll turn the corner. They're listening, and we're gonna see some decent bots in the game. Fingers crossed. There'll be more coming next week. Stay tuned, and we'll hopefully have some more information by then.